Hello everybody, welcome back to Bring Life Indoors. It's Moira here. Thank you so much for joining me. Before I go ahead with today's video, I feel like I say the same thing all the time, but it's very important. It's very important to say thank you. Really, it's very important to appreciate that um, you keep on coming back and you find my videos interesting and you find me interesting. So I really appreciate it. I don't want to sound like I say the same thing all the time, but I really say it from my heart. I really mean it from my heart that I really appreciate you for coming back. I appreciate you for subscribing, for liking my videos, and for your comments. All that means a lot to me. So thank you so much. But today I thought I haven't done one of these videos in a long time, and I want to actually do a series of them where I talk about each plant I own and how to care for it and how to keep it happy and what I've learned, for me, what I've learned and share it with you all. Today I'm going to talk about your arrowhead plant. I've made my notes that I don't forget anything. So today I thought I'll talk about arrowhead plants. I brought to the fore. I've got here with me three of them. So yeah, these are beautiful plants to have. I love them. I mean, growing up, we grew up seeing these. I mean, I don't know if yeah, my parents loved plants. My father loved plants. My mom loved plants. My grandparents, my grandmom loved plants. So I grew up seeing these. You know, and they're beautiful plants to have. I find them very easy to care for, your arrowhead plant. I'm just gonna show you how they look now. That's one kind or one type. There's a whole lot of different kinds out there, but you know, you do get that, and you also get this kind. This is nice and bushy, you know. Now I don't have nearly as close to what is out there. This is what I've got at the moment. I don't have as many as there's a whole lot of, what I'm trying to say is there's a whole lot of different kinds out there of arrowhead plants. Now I'm just going to take you through what it is and how to care for them and how to keep them happy and why I say they're easy. According to me, I find them very easy. Now the other name which they go by is Syngoniums. This is Syngonium. I'm sure if you've heard someone talking about Syngonium, these are Syngoniums. Or Nephthist. I don't know how to say that. It tongue twists me. No matter how many times I try and practice, my tongue just goes on a tie. But anyway, so yeah, Syngonium it is. But the common name we many times which they are known for is your arrowhead plants. Now these are stunning plants. I love them. You do get ones that grows, they grow big, they can even climb, they do climb. They grow towards, if you let it grow towards the light, if you leave it alone to let it do its thing, and eventually it will climb, I'll show you here because this is what I'm trying to do with this one. As you can see there, it's beginning to do that now. Eventually that's what's gonna happen. So they do have the habit of climbing or hanging, whichever way you prefer. You can give them you can stake them up and they grow up, or you can just let them hang. um, for me, I don't mind either one, whether they hang or I stake them up. At the moment, I haven't decided to stake it up. I've left it like that. We'll see what happens. The other thing which we need to know about them, why do I say they're easy to care for plants? For me, okay, before I get into that, you also do get you get the ones that grows big and wild and everything, and then you also get these lovely ones. They stay compact and bushy, and they still grow because this one was smaller than this when I got it. It's bigger now. I've moved it into a bigger pot. um, uh, and if you want to keep it bushier and not quite that it doesn't go, you just, apparently you should snip the new growth. You should prune the new growth, and it will push out and grow fuller and all that. I'm not doing that. I want nature to take its course and for it to go as wild as it can. Um, yeah, and so they are very beautiful plants to have. You can have them on your coffee tables. You can have them on your side table. You can literally put them anywhere to decorate with them in your home. Now I have one. I have this one sitting in my bedroom, um, and I have this one in the family corner, and that one. Now I love them. I think they're beautiful, and I want to collect more. There's a whole lot more out there. It's just that our garden shop so far, uh, they don't have variety. I mean, this is what we are able to get, unless if one decide to shop online. Maybe I should do that. I should go look for them online. But anyway, they're very easy to care for plants. They if your home is on the low side light wise, it's like low light, medium light, these plants will do very well in a low light environment or a medium light environment. So if you are there and you feel, I don't have a bright light, I don't have, my house is not bright, I don't have a whole lot of windows that offers me that, um, you can get yourself an arrowhead plant and you won't go wrong, because they can do well in medium or low light. Believe me, they will. If you see the spot where this one in my bedroom is sitting on, yet is growing very well, is producing new growth. I mean, every time I look, I just see new growth. This is new growth coming out. This is a new leaf. There's another one. If I count them for you, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. At the moment, 5, 6. There's 6 new shoots that are coming out. Yet it's sitting on a shady spot in my bedroom. So they are very nice for that. They're very nice for that. So if you feel I can't give it bright light, believe me, it will do very well on a shady corner of your house. And they also do very well on a bright light spot. If you feel okay, my house is very bright, they will do well as long as you don't expose them to direct sunlight, because the sun will scorch the leaves. So but they will do well. They'll grow beautifully, they'll grow faster, and all that on a bright light area, or situation. So that's one of the reasons I say they're easy. They're not fussy light wise. They won't die on you if you don't provide them with bright light. And the other thing is, though they say here on my notes, they say that they prefer to be on the moist side. I must be very honest with you. I let these plants dry out. I do. I let the soil completely dry out before I give them water. So even in that regard, they are very easy. I find them very easy. I let the soil dry out in between watering, and I give them a good drink, uh, when it's time for me to do that. And I don't have any issues. I don't have any issues with them. So yeah, they're very easy. They don't like to sit in a soggy soil, otherwise the root will rot. I had one I started off with, and which was the mother of this one. It was the mother of this one. And when we first moved into this house, I found it in the garden. It was just climbing through, it was in the garden, and I was able to take out some and plant it for myself in the pot. And I brought it in the house and it did exceptionally well. It was huge, it did well. And I was still learning it. It was my first time to get it in my house and to take care of such a plant, by myself, And I was still learning. I didn't quite know what it needs. Remember, I didn't buy it at the garden shop. I didn't go to the garden shop. Usually when I go to the garden shop, I ask all relevant questions. So this one, when we bought the house, I found it in the garden, outside garden, and I amongst the plants, and I digged it out. I planted it in the pot and I brought it in the house. So I was teaching, literally learning through trial and error what to do, what not to do, and for a while it did well. For a while, I must say it did well, but then I lost the plant over root rot, and I was able to save the babies and able to propagate some stems which obviously were now starting to hang or starting to climb, and I was able to propagate that, which is now sitting in water. But then I lost the mother plant, and this was this is what I was able to save, and this portion here, this one, this mama, this one is from the big mama. The rest is new roots, is new growth. I mean, not new roots, it's new growth. So it has grown tremendously and it's doing very well. So I learned a lot from the plant. From the plant I took out from the garden, and I grew in my home and all that. These I went to buy. So and I was following this thing of the soil must remain moist. Then what was happening is I wasn't letting the soil to dry out in between watering. I was not doing that. I was not letting my soil to dry out in between watering. And then it started dying. It really started declining. And when I took it out to see what's wrong, there it was root rot. And I lost the plant. I was able to save what I was able to save, which I'm glad I was, because then I still have something to remind me of where we started, So from then I decided I'm gonna not follow this whole moist thing. I'm gonna let my plant to dry out in between, completely, to really dry out in between, and then I'll give it water when it's dry. And ever since, I've been able to keep it alive and happy with what I'm doing. So yeah, and that's why I can say it's an easy to care for plant. It is not finicky. It's not, people say it needs humidity and all. I don't know. I don't think so, because where I put it, you know, I don't even spray them. I don't put them on a pebble tray. There's no humidifier in my bedroom or in a family corner where they're sitting, and they're doing absolutely fine. No issues at all. So yeah. Yes, you will once in a while have this where the lower leaves goes, they wilt. There's nothing wrong with that. You just take your pruners and you snip that off. And by doing so, you're encouraging new growth. That's all. So there is nothing wrong with it. And the other thing, I fertilize my arrowhead plants every 2 weeks. So twice a month I give them, this is the fertilizer I use, Sea Grow organic plant food. Now this is what I use, and my plants love it. I don't know if you'd like to get, you can also get this one for yourself, but for me, this is what works for me. I'm not saying go change and use this for your plants. I'm just showing you what I use and what works for me. So yeah, so that's it for today. I thought I will, talk about this beauty. I love it. It's one plant. I feel I learned a lot by myself without anyone telling me what to do. And because I didn't go to the garden shop first time to go buy it, literally I found it amongst my plants. I remember I was with my daughter and my son, and they were asking me, Mom, what are you doing? And I was like, I know this plant, I've seen it somewhere, and I'm gonna dig it up and I'm gonna plant it and I'm gonna see if I can keep it alive. I kept it alive for a while until I killed it with overwatering. But I'm glad to say here's the baby, and the baby is still well and has given me more growth. And I've bought myself two more, and they're doing exceptionally well. So that means I've learned. So don't be scared to kill a plant. As long as you're gonna learn from, don't be scared. It's okay to kill a plant. That's how we learn. We learn from it. We learn from our mistakes. So yeah, that's all I have for you for today. If you have a place in your home where you feel you would want to put plants there, but somehow you don't know what will work there because the spot is shady, there's no bright light, or you know, go get yourself an arrowhead plant. And it's okay to let the soil dry out in between waterings, and when you do water it, make sure that you water them thoroughly. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been lovely. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye.